Earlier today, Hoover police detectives obtained warrants for the arrest of Carlee Russell through the Hoover Municipal Court for her actions related to faking her kidnapping and subsequently making false statements to detectives as they investigated this case. Her decisions that night created panic and alarm for the citizens of our city and even across the nation as the concern grew that a kidnapper was on the loose using a small child as bait.
This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Link is in the description section. Get the discount code right here presented underneath me. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification. Anytime I go live, make a video, y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Carlee Russell, the black girl that I was talking about, charged with filing a false police report following kidnap hoax. It ain't that big of a charge. It's literally a slap on the wrist.
Hoover police detectives obtained warrants for the arrest of Carlee Russell through the Hoover Municipal Court for her actions related to faking her kidnapping and subsequently making false statements to detectives as they investigated this case. Her decisions that night created panic and alarm for the citizens of our city and even across the nation as the concern grew that a kidnapper was on the loose using a small child as bait. Numerous law enforcement agencies, both local and federal, began working tirelessly not only to bring Carlee home to her family, but locate a kidnapper that we know now never existed. Many private citizens volunteered their time and energy into looking for a potential kidnapping victim that we know now was never in any danger. This story opened wounds for families whose loved ones really were victims of kidnappings, some of which even helped organize searches in hopes they could find Carlee's alive so her family would not experience the pain and suffering that they felt when their loved ones never returned home. As we know, actions can have consequences, and that's why we're here today. This afternoon, Carlee Russell, with the assistance of her attorney, turned herself into the Hoover City Jail, where she was arrested for the following charges: false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class A misdemeanor, $1,000 bond; falsely reporting an incident, a Class A misdemeanor with a $1,000 bond. Each of these charges carry up to a year in jail and potential fine of $6,000 upon conviction. Ms. Russell was released from jail after posting bond. We initially presented this case to District Attorney Lanice Washington, who agreed to handle prosecution through district court. After consulting with the Circuit Court of Jefferson County Bessemer Division, the case was referred back to municipal court for charging because the only applicable charges were misdemeanors. Judging from the amount of phone calls and emails that we've received from people all over the country, I know many are shocked and appalled that Ms. Russell is only being charged with 2 misdemeanors.
She turned herself in Friday to the Hoover City Police and was released on a $2,000 bond. $2,000 bond. That's a $1,000 bond per charge. And just so you guys know, I think you only have to pay 10% of the bond amount to bond out. So if they set a $2,000 bond, she just had to pay $200 to bond out of jail. That's it. So that was pretty much a slap on the wrist. Let me read this quote here. It says, judging from the amount of phone calls and emails that we had received from all over the country, I know that many are shocked and appalled that Ms. Russell is only being charged with 2 misdemeanors despite all the panic and disruption her actions caused. Darcis said, I think that's the chief. Let me assure you, I too share the same frustration, but existing laws only allow the charges that were filed to be filed. I don't even know what that means. The chief said that he will be contacting Alabama legislators and asking them to look into this law and urge them to add enhancements to current legislation for when an individual falsely report kidnapping or a violent crime. And it says during the press conference, the police chief said the PD had not uncovered anything about her whereabouts during the 49 hours that she was missing, and they have not been able to confirm that she acted alone. You know, in my opinion, I think that they do need to heighten the penalty for false reporting. One of the heightened penalty false reporting scenarios that come to my mind is that when a woman, it's mostly women that do this, just to be honest. When a woman claims, this is with intent, knowingly and intentionally, file a false claim that a man raped her, and it comes out that it's false, she should go to prison for the same time that he would have if he actually raped her. That should be the penalty. Because a lot of times the man loses everything when he's accused of rape. And it could not even be true. My friend, we're in college. He would have been an NFL prospect. Defensive end, I think he was just a sophomore. I think he was leading the team in sacks at that time. Very talented young guy out of California. And some soccer girl who literally, she was letting everybody have some piece of the pie. I'm just being honest. Can I be honest on the radio? Like, she was getting ran through. The day that she claimed she got raped, the sex kit revealed she had slept with multiple men in that same night. Now, I'm just gonna give you some insight. I remember that it was me and some other people. We were at a pool, and her dad was crazy strict. And I think that men that are overbearing on their daughters, they create daughters that are promiscuous. You got to do it with a little bit of balance, a grace and love. Her dad didn't want her to be at the pool with boys. That's how strict he was. Lo and behold, his daughter is doing way more than being at the pool with boys. Now, she claimed that my friend Jonathan raped her. And he lost everything. He got kicked off the team. He was kicked out of school indefinitely. He lost his chance of playing in the NFL. They blasted it on the front page of the magazine, on the newspaper. I remember it. Like, dang, that's messed up. They put JT out there. He's innocent until proven guilty. And then what happened, ladies and gentlemen? When he was found not guilty, and because some of her teammates actually testified against her, when he was found not guilty, they put not guilty on the bottom of the back page of the newspaper. That he never went back to play in college. Obviously, he lost his shape because he couldn't really work out with the team. And she gone about her life, sleeping with other dudes. And he lost everything. He should have been able to prosecute her for making a false report. And she should have done every bit of time that he would have done if he actually raped her. That's my opinion. And as a former police officer, most of the calls of rape that we took, sexual assault and rape, were all false. It just made it up. Only a few women actually were abused.